I'm writing my paper on the World Trade Center bombing that happened in New York for my English class, 1102. The first place I'd look for information is usually Google because it's a good starting place to find information. I just type in the basic title to see if I can get some good websites, and usually I go to websites like CNN because it's a news website and they have to really just tell facts instead of opinion mostly. And then I'll bookmark it and I'll take down some notes using Word. And then just underneath that I'll copy the link so I can go back to it later. And once I finish using Google, I then go to Galileo. Oops. It's always hard using Galileo. I find like Google's a lot easier because like when I search up something I can get what I want right away, but using Galileo it's difficult because I don't exactly know how to work it. Okay, this seems like a good one because this is more like of a secondhand information, because this is the truth about the World Center, so people have said information about it already, and so now they're just trying to gather all the information together in one piece. So this, I can conclude my research more on this rather than using just Google. And I just saved this once I finish reading through it. And usually I would just use one or two, no, two or three sites at best, because I'm not really the research person. So I just get my information from two or three places. And this time I'm going back to Google because some of the topics for what I need to write in my paper are like issues and problems that pertain to the World Center bombing. So I just type in some issues that I think have to do with the World Trade bombing. So I'm using legal responsibilities associated World Trade. I chose this site because, for one, it says .org, and it looks like it has the most information on what I'm searching for. The first reason I'd save this site is because it's .org, and the second reason because it looks like it has a lot of information. Usually I just start off by skimming through it, and then I'll save it and come back to it later. Right now, since I'm just starting my essay, my research, I would search for like just basic information on the World Trade Center bombing for my introduction. So just the basics of like when it happened, what happened, who was involved, things like that. And usually when I get stuck, I just go to Wikipedia, even though I know that it's not a good site to go on to. But it's like, for like the topics for each of my paragraphs, I look on Wikipedia so I can know where to start. It's a good starting point. Take, for example, like improve security. I can use that as one of my topics to discuss like how the World Trade Center improved their security because of the bombing, or how any company really, because of the bombing. And usually I don't cite Wikipedia because my teachers tell me not to use Wikipedia, but I don't uh, plagiarize the information. I don't. I feel like I should cite Wikipedia sometimes because I am getting the information from them, but I just use like the topics they give me, like security. So I just search that up on Google. And here's New York Daily News. And this is, since this is a news website, I find it reliable, even though it has a .com. I'm gonna save this website because it has some pretty good information for the topic of security. Wikipedia is always like the best place for me to search my information, even though it might not be reliable, because it has so much like different types of information on that one topic in one place, rather than having me go and search it up by myself. I just keep my information on the same page I'm using, the same page I'm using to write my essay, so that I can always just scroll down. So I would start my essay right here, and just leave the information and the URL right here, so that I can go back to it. Sometimes I would bookmark it, but I never look back on the bookmarks.